Boys and girls on YouTube, as you can see behind me, we got ourselves a bow build. Let's get into it. Here we go. So, I am still shooting the same holding night as I was last year. It's an old bow, but it's working great for me. I got it restrung this year. I had a little mishap with the new thumb button release. I'm not going to drop any names because I don't want to get in trouble, but the tension was set too low on it, and I guess they have a problem with this. I didn't see that until afterwards, but I got to the breaking point and it blew, and it snapped my D-loop, kisser button, peep, broke my rest, so figured we'll get a whole new bow build in here. So we'll start the sight. I got a CBE Tactic 1-pin slider sight. It's working great for me. I shot a slider sight. I didn't start shooting until the end of last year, so call me crazy. I usually shot a 3-pin fixed sight, but I pulled the other 2 pins out and just shot 1 pin because I don't like a whole lot of cluster in there. It messes me up a little bit. So I figured why not just switch to a single pin slider sight. I'm not a long range shooter by any means, not even a very good shooter at 20 and 30 yards, but I don't have a tree stand where I hunt. That's all I need for whitetail. So I pretty much just shoot 20 and 30 yards. I don't go too far past that. Here we got the QAD Hunter Ultra. See if you guys can see that. Little drop away rest. I usually shot the Trophy Ridge drop away rest, but I had a guy recommend this one to me. It's not a top of the line rest by any means, but it works good. Then I got a 10-inch Trophy Ridge Hitman stabilizer, and I changed the yellow bands out for the orange, match the strings a little better. In my pocket here, I got my new thumb button release. I shot a cheap Amazon one last year. Hold on, we got a card coming. I'll cut the camera real quick. Alright, we're back. There's some wind here. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. But for the past 2 years, I shot a cheap Amazon thumb button release. I think it was like 30 bucks. And it got me through. Once I started shooting that, I realized I didn't want to shoot an index release anymore. So I figured this year I was going to spend some money, get me a little nicer one, the $100 range, $100 to $150 range. I bought this one. I had a bunch of problems with it. Bow blew up. So then I switched to this one. This is the B3 Exit Pro. I love it. You can adjust this 3rd finger loop. There's actually a different bracket it comes with. It's more of a half moon type thing than this one is. It's just smaller, but you can move it the whole way around. You can move this one, get it super long, or you can get it super short. I got it on the shorter end. I don't have huge hands. I haven't had any problems with it yet. Some people don't love the trigger, but then again, I've never shot an Ultra View or one of the other high-end brand thumb buttons, so I can't compare it to that. I can just compare it to a $30 Amazon release, and it's way better. So I think if you're just starting out, I think this is probably a good release for you, or if you're just wanting to upgrade from a cheaper release, I think this is a good release for you. We'll go to my arrows. Alright. I am shooting the Altra Arrows Centrum Premium, if you can see that. They are a 300 spine, and I'm shooting, might get some hate for this, I'm shooting some really cheap Amazon Light and Nox, but I'll tell you what, they work amazing. I got the yellow ones because I wanted an orange color to match my bow a little better, and I got the gray thumb button to match my gray and white arrow setup, but it's more of an orange color, so I lucked out with that than it is yellow. This one in particular, this is the only one I've had a problem with, and the cap busted out right here. It slides up and down with, but you can still turn it on and off. I have not had a single problem yet with this not lighting up when it comes out of the bow, and I've had problems with other nocks doing that, other higher end nocks doing that, and I think this is just as bright, if not brighter than some of the high end nocks. So 14 bucks for a 6-pack, can't really beat that. I am shooting 125 grains up front. I switched that from last year. It's not a huge switch, and I'm not shooting a heavy arrow setup like some of these guys are, and I'm not shooting a super light arrow setup like some of these guys are. I'm kind of in the middle range. I'm almost, I think I'm high 400s, 460, 470, somewhere in that range. I don't think I'm quite at 500, but I wanted to get a little heavier because I cranked my bow up, and I'll put the video of my buck last year that I got on video. I'll put that right now. I went through, I hit lungs, and then I got stuck in that second shoulder blade, and Broadhead never came out the other side. So I wanted to get a little more grain, and I'm still shooting I'll show you my Broadheads now. So I've always shot, since I started archery hunting, I shot Slick Tricks, the standards, and I just wanted something that had, because I shot 2 deer last year with my bow. I shot a little doe, and then I shot that 8-point I just showed you guys the video of, and with both of them there was barely any blood, but I liked how much it punched through everything. So I didn't want to go to mechanical because I have some worries with mechanical. I'm not shooting 70 pounds. I have my bow maxed out at 63. I'm worried that maybe I won't get it to expand all the time, but I don't know. Mechanicals are getting so good nowadays. I might end up switching to one day, but this is what I'm shooting this season. It is the Magnus Stinger, and I was watching videos. I seen some guys review them, and some guys say they're not very sharp out of the box, but you can sharpen them, and they have a lifetime guarantee replacement. So as long as you can find it, you can send it back into Magnus and they'll replace it 100%. They'll just send you a new broadhead. But I like the look of like single bevel broadheads, and I like what they're doing, but I just don't think I need all that kind of weight for a whitetail, especially 20-30 yards. So I kind of got like a bevel looking, it's like a bevel looking broadhead, but it's got 2 bleeders on the tops and like on the sides. So I like that. I was hoping it was going to give me a little more cut. I mean, I don't need to cut them wide open. I just want something that's going to penetrate, and I'd like to get a little more blood because there was really no blood trail to follow on my last 2 deers. I mean, both of them, the one barely went 10 yards, and then my buck, the little doe barely went 10 yards, and then my buck, I think he ran 50, 60 yards maybe, and he dropped. So, I mean, they were good broadheads. No hate on Slick Trick. They got me 2 deer, but I just want to try something a little bit bigger. And that is everything with my bow setup this year. I'm going to give you guys, here coming up soon, I'm going to give you guys a whole gear, what I'm running with my saddle. I don't have any of my lock-ons with me because they're all up in trees, but I'll tell you guys my saddle, my sticks, all my camera gear, because this is my first year of completely filming. That buck last year I showed you guys, that was on my phone. I had a little stabilizer phone mount that I got that on video with, but this is my first year where I got action cameras and this camera and tree arms and all that kind of junk. So I'm a big gear junkie, so I'm here in a couple weeks or so. Here, October 4th is our first day of archery here in PA. So I'm going to get that gear review to you guys, get you all my camo, all that kind of stuff. So, alright, I'm going to go shoot a little group at 20 yards, just show you what my arrows look like, show you light nocks, and show you me shooting my bow. So, let's get it. Alright, FedEx man had to drop off some Sam's Club packages. So, we're back. I think I'm a little high right. I believe I'm a touch high. It very well could have been me. Like I said earlier, I'm not an expert archer. Alright, here's our group. Now, like I said, these ones that are hitting and they're moving, my bow's not that out of tune. It's just because how you can tell right here, it's shot. I mean, it is shot out. So, but that about wraps it up for today. That is my 2025 bow build, and I am excited to get the gear dump out to you guys. You've probably noticed so far I'm a big gear junkie, and I love promoting gear and I love showing you guys the gear I like to use. So, but thank you guys for watching, and like and subscribe if you're still watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.